Hi everyone, I would just like to inform y'all about how nuclear power works. The purpose of my speech is to inform others of how nuclear power operates and works and powers our homes, businesses, and our everyday lives. Have you ever wondered what powers our homes today and gives us electricity? That would be nuclear power plants. Nuclear power is beneficial to our environment by reducing the amount of fossil fuels that we use in oils and coal. And in this speech, I will be discussing the importance of nuclear power through the turbine and generator, the jet of steam, and the radioactive uranium bundle. My first point is that the turbine has one major function, and that is to convert energy from the high pressure steam to mechanical energy in the form of shaft rotation so that the generator will turn and produce energy. The process is done in two stages, with the high pressure stage and the low pressure stage. In the high pressure stage, the turbine for the main steam leaves high pressure and reduces the temperature, which allows the turbine to require less volume to use. And in a low pressure turbine, the steam begins to get wet, which is actually damaging to the blades of the turbine. And the turbine support system is set up to help control the amount of steam that enters into the turbine, and it lubricates the generator, and it keeps it from the steam getting inside the turbine, which causes damage, and also it protects the turbine from in case of faults and issues and stuff like that. The moisture separator actually is a function that removes moisture from the steam leaving high pressure turbine before it enters into the lower one to prevent it from getting wetter and hurting the turbine and damaging it. And my next point is the importance of nuclear power plants knowing what the jet of stream is in the wind. With radioactive material, you always have to be cautious about that, and even though there aren't very many cases that you hear of radioactive material, it's still very vital for them to know that, just in case. You always want to be prepared for the worst, and so that's just to protect us. And the radioactive uranium bundle. This element of uranium comes from rocks, and they just produce it from rocks. They extract the uranium from the rock and put it into a uranium-235, and then they put it together into forms of little pellets, which then they put into fuel rods. Hopefully by now I've given you a pretty good understanding about how nuclear power works and all the ways that it helps our everyday lives, and I just hope that that was good information for y'all. And the sources that I used for this was www.worldnuclear.org, www.quora.org, modernsurvivalblog.com, www.nei.org, www.nucleartourist.com, and www.ucsusa.org.